All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia from the Chicago camp. Coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And we're back on the Common Sense Show with Dave Hodges. And his video is entitled 3210 as in 0 hour, meaning that not only America but the entire world is quickly drifting into a time where things are going to get really ugly really quick for an unknown period of time. All right, or as it's properly called, all hell breaks loose, or when shit hits the fan. Because if you've been paying attention to the global economic situations as well as things here at home, as far as it deals with the economy, with the loss of jobs, the exporting of jobs, inflation going up, wages and salaries staying the same, okay, lack of food, and the outright promotion of wickedness. This is creating a situation where people are quickly becoming very desperate and very hostile. And when people come desperate and hostile, well, you know what happens next. But I'm going to let Dave speak on it, and we're going to get some scripture as appropriate. So let's let this play.
3, 2, 1, 0, as in 0 hour. We have approached the moment of 0 hour. The countdown has begun. We're going to break it down for you right here on the Common Sense Show. My name is Dave Hodges. I'm the host of the show, and we're the show that is bringing you and helping America and helping all of us to become unenslaved. We need to go from freeing one enslaved mind at a time to millions, because our American minds are locked up right now. We're not looking at the period of history we're in. We're not recognizing the warning signs, the historical precedents, and we're going to lay some of that out for you right here. We're brought to you by superpowerchecks.com, and again, we're finding a free video that will show you how you can tap into federal money that's been allocated to be dispersed. Go check it out. Don't take my word for it. Go to the free video site at superpowerchecks.com. The link is in the description box, and see for yourself. Well, as I said, 3, 2, 1, 0, as in 0 hour. 3, we've entered widespread violence. I call it the Tet Offensive against America by the left. No question these things are being perpetrated. The Manchurians are out in force, and it's forcing things like changes in gun control laws. It's going to take away more freedoms, because that always happens in a crisis situation. Just look at 9/11. So that's 3. 2, you're going to have escalation of the events. We're going to have exchanges of violence between various factions in America, and Antifa will be at the forefront of all of it. And don't say, oh, Dave, how do you know this? They've already said it. They've already said they were going to El Paso to spread violence. They've already spread violence in places like Portland. But they're not alone. This is not going to be the only faction. We're going to see several of them, and we're going to have them on multiple fronts. Then we go to 1. You know what 1 is? 1 is sides get drawn. People realize that we are in a conflict. If you back up to 2, Antifa is dressed with batons, uniforms. They look like little Nazi soldiers. That's drawing up sides that we see in number 1. And people are going to not be worried about concealing. They're going to be carrying, and things are going to get very dangerous. And this is the Bosnia state that's coming to America right now, Bosnia of the 1990s. This is the stuff the Civil War is made of. I'm not wishing for this to be true. In fact, I want the reverse to be true. Except for me being really upset and concerned about the direction this country is going, my life works. I have good relationships. I get to engage in fun activities. Unfortunately, there are people that want to take all that away from me, and you. 3, 2, 1, 0, as in 0 hour. We're not far away from that time, folks. And I'm telling you right now, you sure as hell better be prepped, you better be ready, and you better be ready to hunker down or bug out. Things are about to get very, very serious. And before you roll your eyes and say, oh, there you go again, the alternative media, they're promoting fear. Look at the events and go back in history. And look at those events. What set off the Civil War? Wasn't it the attack on Fort Sumter? Do I need to say any more? Because that's going to happen soon. We'll see you back here next time.
Yep. All these things are going to happen again soon. As he said, how can you not see? How can you not see what's about to go down here in America? All the signs are everywhere. As it says in the scripture, the sky is Matthew 16, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he showed them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? And that's what David's saying. With all the things that are going on, how can you not recognize that America is slipping into a darkness that is never seen before? He told you, look at history. History is a perfect example of what happens when men choose to follow the same mistakes and paths as their ancestors. As it says, what was it written? It's for our time. I'm trying to find the one passage that said the things that were written before were written for our time. Let me see if it's in this one. Because when you read what has happened in the past, it should serve as an indicator of what's going to happen in the future. Yes. I believe that is Romans 15 and 4. Yep, it's Romans 15 and 4. And it says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Right, so all these things that were written in the past were to let us know that in the future these things would take place and how to best prepare ourselves for them. Because you remember the scripture also says that knowledge and stability, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. I believe that's in Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken. So when you read in the Gospels, when it talks about Jerusalem being compassed about, That same thing is going to happen in the very near future. In a very, very near future. Because when you read that, it talks about how Jacob was catching a whole lot of hell. It was talking about that time of 70 AD and how it's going to happen again. All you have to do is just look around and see it. And everything that Dave is talking about is culminating to, as the scripture says, Jacob's trouble, a time like never before. Time of it's the time of Jacob's trouble, because that's all he's talking about is martial law. Jeremiah 30:7, and it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's the 0 hour, Jacob's trouble. I mean, granted, heathens are going to get caught up in it too, but it's mainly for Jake. All right, all hell breaking loose, shit hitting the fan. That is Jacob's trouble. And what does Jacob's trouble consist of? We'll go to 2nd Ezra, of course, 15. And 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? That's what Dave was talking about. When that 0 hour comes, there's going to be sedition amongst many men. Folks are going to choose sides, choose families. There'll be people against the government, people amongst themselves. Because it's going to be a time, as we read earlier, like never before. Folks are going to choose the side which best fits them, which best ensures their survival. And we are quickly approaching this dark hour here in Babylon the Great. As I said before, all you have to do is look at the prophecies. Actually, let me get that. I believe that's in the Apocrypha. Yep, Ecclesiasticus 39:1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, and be occupied in prophecies. And what prophecies did the Bible speak of to let us know that this dark hour is coming, that Jacob's trouble is very near? Okay. It talked about a country amassing thick clay, great amounts of debt. It talked about a time where people would buy everything by measure. It talked about a time where people would be completely morally void of any type of righteousness, so on and so forth. And by observing these prophecies, you can tell that Dave Hodges is 100% on point. This dark hour is fastly approaching. So fast that it's going to catch many people off guard. But if you're a man of the Lord, and as the scripture said, you're occupied in prophecy, this should not take you off guard. Every day you should be reading, praying, and fasting. All right, building up your spiritual strength. So when this time does come, you will be best prepared. Especially over all the people that don't believe. But hey, this is just a reminder for you brothers and sisters out there who are Israelites, that you need to get your stuff together. Like Dave said, this is fastly approaching. Don't let it catch you off guard. Okay? So with that being said, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone, Ruel, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. With that, we're going to say shalom.